Can you believe it? It's Tuesday. Can you believe it? It's mid-September. It's mid-September on a Tuesday, which means that it's 5 minutes to showtime. 5 minutes to showtime. 5 minutes.
Try to remember the kind of September that's halfway over. How the hell did that happen? 4 minutes.
My dad used to say that 1 minute is an eternity for an athlete, and 1 minute is not that long at all if you put your hands on a hot woman, or something like that. Anyway, 3 minutes.
To your point, Erinn, I've never successfully kept my hands on a hot woman for longer than a minute. They tell me there's medication I can take, but I don't have insurance. 2 minutes!
Actually, now that I'm remembering, the phrase was something like a second on a hot stove and a second on a hot woman.
Stove. Oh, really?
Yeah. Because, ouch, you burn yourself in a second.
Well, then why did you say the thing about the athletes?
Well, I forgot. I'm not really good at phrases.
You know, putting your hand on a hot stove should be an athletic event.
1 minute to showtime.
1 minute. Speaking of hot stoves and hot women, we've only got a few hot seconds left till showtime.
That's 5,
4,
3,
2.
Oh, wow.
We're too fast for the timer.
Okay, but it's time.
Ah!
and welcome to another episode of Riley Live. What is it, Dan? Oh, no, I think I have... Oh, shoot. I got the mute button on him. Hold on 1 second.
I love Tuesdays, and I hope you do too.
I'm sorry. Are you okay?
I've got tears streaming down my face, but I'm not crying.
I didn't know that was going to be so loud, but we do have a microphone here. So if you felt that slap was unjust,
please call domestic services because I need help.
Hello, Carrie. Nice for you to tune in. And hello, everyone. My name is Erinn.
My name is Dan.
And together we are
Riley. And this is Riley Live. It's Riley Live.
Get it? Oh, wow. We actually didn't practice that.
No, we didn't. But I feel like we've done it the past few times, and we're just kind of slowly slipping into a groove of mundanity that's going to eventually lead us to just
like life.
Yeah, exactly.
Nah.
Actually, we're going to address that a bit today.
We are. I am so excited to see everybody here today. Ranger Rick, what is up, my dude?
Once again, guys, we are Riley. You've just seen a beautiful theme song by the very talented Colton Brooks. If you yourself would like to submit a theme song, because we do feature a different artist with a different theme song every single day here on this show.
Not every day, but every Tuesday.
Every day we do the show.
We definitely want to hear from you.
You can send your information. Oh, she just blocked my finger.
Oh, but Jessica Branch just says, this is the best part of my day. This is the best part of our day, too.
It doesn't speak highly of any of our days. If you want to send us anything from a scrap or to a symphony is what we say. It's for us to feature as the theme song of the show. Literally, we do spoken word, a cappella, musicianship. We took a shot before the show. I'm not going to lie to you. And I feel like I haven't really eaten enough today to support that. But if whatever you may be, it's no pressure situation. Send us a little tune and we will feature it here on the show as the theme at hi@itsriley.com. If you're not following us on Facebook or YouTube, it's where you can check us out as well.
And you know what? We are joining you today from Kearney, Nebraska, where it is a beautiful, beautiful, perfect 69 degrees outside. I walked outside and I literally felt like I was inside in air conditioning. It's the perfect temperature.
It is. And we are here doing the first show that we've actually done since March, really. And it was totally great. It was outside in an amphitheater where they literally spray painted 6 foot by 6 foot boxes in the grass to socially distance the audience. We did a big celebration for September 11th where they shot 2 beacons up in the sky. It was really lovely, very safe, and honestly was the closest thing to real feeling life that I've experienced.
I don't know if you can tell what that is, but that is because we have a lot of lights going on, and this is on my phone, but that is our stage. And right next to it on Friday night, they did a beautiful tribute to 9/11 where at the exact times that the tower fell, they shot a light up into the sky.
Two of them, one for each tower.
Yep, exactly. And it was an absolutely amazing experience just to be live and in person and socially distanced. You know, letters from home shows aren't the same as they used to be because I don't kiss people. I don't rub people's heads.
Not on stage. She can still be bought.
What?
Nothing.
I can't. What?
Just text me.
I'm not. That was not true. That was not true at all. But
we'll find out.
Yeah,
everything has a price.
I got to tell you, I miss the bald guys. I miss rubbing the bald guys' heads. I saw a couple in the audience, and I was like, oh man, if this was pre-March, I would be all over that thing. I saw the light
reflecting off of those heads, and your fingers were like.
It's true. I love my bald veterans.
She
really
I do. She really does. She doesn't know what to do without a bald head in her life.
I don't. Oh,
guys, thank you for being here today. It means a lot to us that you tune in and spend some time with us. This is an interactive show. As you see, we are featuring comments just like that.
Hey, Sarah.
I would normally be using my little mouse here, but we went the cheap route. Don't go the cheap route.
No, we have a cat instead of a mouse.
Yeah, I hate that. I love you guys bunches. We will be featuring your comments all episode long. In fact,
we have something new for you tonight. We're not going to tell you about it just now, though.
I think we should. Why not?
Because it's time to toast.
All right, great. What are you drinking out there tonight? Let us know in the comments. We'll throw you up here.
Yes.
We are drinking a beautiful Woodford Reserve, one of my favorite whiskeys. Actually, Erinn introduced me to this whiskey.
And I just want to point out real quick, I'm sure you've noticed this if you have a fashion sense, but look at our color palette. We are drinking brown Woodford Reserve. We are in a lovely apartment that is not ours, that is brown, and we are wearing brown shirts.
There are brown stains in our pants.
No.
We have brown on our noses from sucking up to all of you. It's a whole theme.
Your hair looks brown, even though it's kind of blonde in real life.
Yeah, well, it's dirty blonde to dark brown. Here's what happened. I was like bright blonde when I was a kid, and I was like, you know what I'd like is like some chestnut Prince hair. I thought it would make me hotter, and lo and behold, it got darker. Didn't get any hotter.
Connie Chesner is drinking hot tea while eating breakfast for dinner. That's Brinner, and it's one of my favorite meals.
Alan Armantrout is drinking the blood of his enemies.
Oh, that's kind of frightening, but I'm excited about it.
Just stay on his good side. That's my suggestion.
Exactly. My blood is O positive. What's your blood, Dan?
IB positive.
IB positive?
IB positive, I don't know.
Well,
if you're out there going, he stole that joke basically from Bruce Almighty, you're right.
It's absolutely okay. It looks like Dwan is drinking a woo woo.
This is a family show. We're not gonna talk about that.
Is a woo woo like a yoo-hoo, but you spelled it wrong?
No.
I love yoo-hoo. Oh no, that's Yahoo.
No, it is Yoo-Hoo.
Yahoo's
I used to drink Yoo-Hoo with my high school band. We were called Wait Till Wednesday, and we rocked pretty hard. Speaking of rocking hard, we're going to propose a toast. If you guys have a toast you'd like to propose, put it in the comments. We'd love to throw it up there and feature it. I'm going to let Erinn start this toast off today, and keeping in mind we're looking at more of a introspective episode than normal today. So
we are.
So get your hearts out and ready to beat on your sleeve.
Well, I didn't plan a toast because sometimes when I pre-plan things in my head, I find that they come out a little ingenuine.
I feel like we've never planned a toast on this show.
Oh, are you kidding me? Look at all these notes I've got here. No, I'm just kidding.
We do have a little a show flow. This is our shtick. That's
our shtick.
Otherwise, we'd fall apart at the seams.
Not to be confused with the ugly stick that Dan got hit by. Never.
Hey!
I said never. I was about to compliment you. Quick note before we toast. Turn to the side, Dan. Are they not the cutest ears you've ever seen in your whole life?
That's another show. That's for another time.
I love his ears. I'm just saying. Well, anyway, my toast today is. We are, as we said earlier, in Kearney, Nebraska. We got to perform live safely. And I do believe that this weekend gave me a lot of hope. And we'll talk about that in a little while as well, because I feel like the new normal is on the way. And I saw a light at the end of a very, very dark and isolated tunnel this weekend, because there were a lot of beautiful, safe, amazing things happening right in front of my face. And so I'd just like to say, here's to the light at the end of whatever tunnel you're facing.
And just to jump on the piggyback, I would suggest people are throwing around the word the new normal a lot. And I think that waiting around for the new normal is fine. But I think, and we'll talk about this a little bit later, I think there's a lot of opportunity to explore the interim. These are the moments in history where I think that new things are crafted. I'm going to save that discussion for later because I think it fits. Everybody hang in there. Hold tight to your loved ones. Find something fun to do today. And in the meantime.
Cheers. We're so happy you're all here tonight. You've become our family.
Not you.
Can I say something else?
Yeah.
Woodford Reserve, which is what we're toasting with today, chilled, is a completely different experience from Woodford Reserve neat.
So I really like whiskey on the rocks. I know it's not the Puritans' way to do it, but I am no Quaker.
I usually, thank God, I usually don't drink whiskey on the rocks. I usually drink it neat because I love all of the flavors. But today I was a little bit, in a thirsty mood, and on the rocks is pretty nice.
Was. Ladies.
This little light of mine, Dwan Hayes is gonna let it shine.
So guys, as we mentioned before, we actually don't have a guest for the first time on this program, but at the same time, we do. This is an episode that's meant to feature you guys watching today. And we've got 44 people watching right now, which is pretty good for this show. We're on episode 7, by the way. Thanks for sticking with us for 7 episodes. We haven't been canceled yet.
And we've got like 45 people watching right now. So thanks so much for tuning in. Oh, and thank you, Colton.
I just want to go back to Wayne's comment. Wayne, thank you. You don't know how much I needed to hear that today.
Also, Wayne is a reenactor who is a brilliant, awesome dude who you would love. You haven't met him yet. And I'm really excited that you've tuned in today. So thanks for joining us.
So guys, last week, if you were tuning in last week, and I know a lot of you were, we did a feature on photography where we put the contest, the game, we gave it to you guys to compete for points, and we gave away some fabulous prizes. We're giving away prizes again this week. We're not playing a game per se with you guys.
Oh, but it kind of is a game, and it's a game of your creativity, because Dan and I are going to choose our favorite audience comment from the show, and at the end, I will have one winner, and Dan will have one winner of our favorite. It could be the funniest, it could be the sweetest. It could be the saddest.
And
but
if
mine
you
won't
know
be.
either of us, and I think that a lot of you do, you'll know that we'll be targeting different avenues as far as what our favorite is. So keep that in mind. Stay engaged in this. We're going to feature comments throughout the whole thing. We're also going to play games later on. But this 2 audience prizes to be won for each of our favorite comments throughout the show. So stay tuned, stay active, and comment because we want to play along with you. Which brings us to our next segment.
Exactly, and it's a new segment that we wanted to feature because, like Dan was saying last week, we had so many people participating. We were like, how can we make this even better with our new guest? Well, now the guest is you. Yes, you.
And we're going to feature you in a segment that is brand new. We've never done before, and we are calling it.
Come on down for America's favorite pastime.
It's a good old-fashioned Chaudience Ad-Back.
Brought to you by Ovaltine.
Nope, not at all. Chaudience Ad-Back, which is audience chat back with a first phoneme swap.
You get it?
Isn't it so clever you could die?
We swapped it because this week we had an incredible time, and I want to know what you guys are doing too. So go ahead and start putting those comments in because we want to know and we want to feature your comments. This week, one of the amazing things we got to do.
Not necessarily true, Connie. Though he is vying for my vote. I will say that.
I also can be bought. So, if you want to suck up to either of us, you can go ahead and do that. We do have some great prizes coming up.
Here's my suggestion. If you want to get my vote, you're going to want to be clever, witty, and you want to cater exactly to my sense of humor, which is my favorite sense
Inappropriate is what his sense of humor is.
But not too inappropriate because we are a PG-13 show. We are not an NC-7.
We're PG.
No, we're PG-13 for sure.
I am PG. You can be PG-13 if you like.
Okay, great. Poopy poop nuggets.
Ouch.
Take
when
that.
Woodford starts to come out your eyes, it doesn't feel good. Oh, man.
Is there an app for Riley? No, but if you know any developers, we're open to it.
Absolutely.
We're a 2-person situation, which is why you see all these animated segments at the beginning. They're really subpar.
You know what? Wait a second. I have so much to say. I can't even get over it. Let me tell you something. This man right here is anything but subpar. And let me tell you why. Those little things that you see, the little interspersions of graphics and stuff, Dan spends quite a bit of time making those perfect and wonderful.
It's
and
fun.
I have so much admiration for it. It's something that I don't know anything about, and I don't even know if you knew much about.
I don't know anything about it either. And by the way, this brings us to a great segue into if you are an animator or a motion graphics person and you want to volunteer your time and feel like you could contribute to the sense of humor of the show, send us an email at hi@itsriley.com. We'll gladly use your work because right now, we spend a lot of time doing things that are just not, it can be better.
Just said I sneezed out Pinot Noir out of his nose and had to go to the emergency room once. That sounds horrible. And I hope that never happens to you
The
again,
last
Carl.
time I was in the emergency room, I had an inflamed testicle.
But this is a PG-13
You said
show.
my half of the show is PG-13 and testicles are biology, baby. I learned about that in school.
Yeah, well, you know what I wanted to say? Our name of this show is called what again? This section of the show? Chaudience
Ad-Back.
I have trouble with this because I am dyslexic, as is one of our viewers, Jessica Branch, who's always tuning in. Hi, Jessica. Also, Jessica invited us to a pretty cool thing we got to do this week that I would love to talk about. We got to have a digital lunch. It was supposed to be in person, but thanks, March. We got to have a digital lunch with her and Henry Winkler, who actually played the Fonz.
If that was a Fonz impression, coming from a person who has seen many, many of your terrible impressions, that was by far the worst.
I'm sorry. And I'm a Happy Days fan. I've seen every single
That was
episode.
more like the Babadook in a leather jacket.
Henry Winkler played the Fonz on Happy Days, as I'm sure you all know. And we got to have a digital lunch with Jessica. Thanks for being here again, Jessica. I love you, girl.
So once again, the meat and potatoes of this particular segment today is that we have had a lot of discussions about COVID, as a lot of people have. The more precisely, the effect that COVID has had on society, making us all be locked down. I think it's knocked a lot of us. I dare say 50% of us or more have been completely knocked out of our normal grooves. And it's very, very easy to look at that as a negative thing. And I don't want to discredit all of the tragedy that COVID has brought around.
Absolutely.
But I also want to, sorry.
I was just going to say there's a difference. And this is something that I've learned. I would say in my early adult life, which I'm still in, but in my very early adult life, I definitely looked at things where I had horse blinders on, and I was like, the negatives outside these, and I will only focus on the positive, which was nice. But I think that I genuinely have a nice balance now of appreciating, respecting the negative and the things that are going on, but still being able to choose the positive and to see the light in the dark moments.
And I will say there's a lot to be said coming from somebody who is, she will tell you, she calls me a pessimist a lot. I'm not a pessimist. I think I'm a skeptic.
Lot, he says.
Well,
see, only a pessimist would say that. I've only called you a pessimist a couple times.
I'm a skeptic this week. A skeptic. I'm a skeptic. I do rely on analysis and data a lot more. And I find myself to be a truth seeker. I really want to find
what makes you and me a good team.
I totally agree with you.
Because I will always see the best first, sometimes only, and then Dan will be like, "Hey, do you really think you should send $19.95 to that person? I don't think he's really going to send you $1 million." Just kidding. But it's true.
But all that said, I think that COVID, and please feel free, this is where we want you guys to chime in personally on your experiences. I feel like this knocking out of the normalcy, while it has brought a lot of challenge, I'm a person, and I feel like Erinn's a person who rarely looks at challenge as a negative. And again, completely acknowledge that right now I have a lot of privilege. I don't own a home. I don't have children. I'm white, straight male. I have a lot of things going for me.
We're moving into a home soon, but another day.
And we'll come there probably in like 3 weeks' time. We'll be in our new studio. But I just think that there's been a lot of, I've talked to a lot of people, and I think people are slowly finding that they're using this time as an opportunity to make change they've been resisting because of breaking up the normalcy. My best friend I've spent time with this week, and we got Erinn, I feel like, got very close to Ben this week, has just gone to grad school to get his doctorate in theater, specifically theater directed towards social change with a priority in decolonizing theater. And he has been talking about wanting to go to grad school and leave New York for years now, at least 3 years. And I guarantee you he would not have gone to grad school and made that huge life change towards being an educator and a studier and an artist in that way, a social applicator, if you want to call it that,
right.
Without this period of you can't do what you normally do, which is perform for him.
Absolutely.
And so we want to hear, are there things in your life that you're taking a leap towards that maybe wouldn't have happened if not for this period of
self quarantine?
Right.
Or, COVID has been a very interesting time in our lives. But it's definitely one that honestly, like, I'm grateful for at the end of the day. One of the things, of course, some of you know that we've done is a socially distanced film called Lock In. A lot of you that are tuning in right now, we're in it.
And we're doing another one this Christmas if you'd like to join. So just check us out at springtheater.org if you want to be
we'll be announcing auditions for that literally tomorrow. So we are so excited about that. But there's just so many things. Here's Dwan Hayes.
Dwan says having only 12 stage theaters running in the country has hurt the theater arts world drastically. Agreed. It has also made the arts tap into different ways to show their artistry. Trust me, the arts will find a way to survive.
They always will. Absolutely. Just like we did Lock-In, there are people doing socially distanced cabarets. There are people doing things that are connecting people in different states and different countries in a way that they absolutely would not have thought of, because why would you? When you have a beautiful stage and an audience that's coming back over and over again, why would you think outside the box?
And here's the thing, guys. Necessity is the mother of invention, and we as a human species have consistently, without fail, and this is what I was going to talk about earlier. They talk about scientific progress going in leaps. You know, we have a very slow grade up, and then all of a sudden Galileo comes along and he finds out what Galileo finds out, and all of a sudden we have this leap that everyone jumps on the shoulders of. And progress in humanity goes in leaps. And I think it's through these challenges, these forcing, because we were very comfortable in a groove. If we look at theater specific to Dwan's point, it's very, very possible that 40 years from now, we look at theater history books and this period, this year, 2020, is recognized as a branch off of the traditional. Maybe we look at the theater that we've been doing for the last 40, 50 years as the way we look at Greek theater now, for lack of a less
we have the opportunity
simile
right now to make a history book page because
we
things
have
are
to.
different.
Because you have to keep going. And that's the beauty of these struggles and these challenges, is that it forces you to think outside the box, and we have to move in a new direction. It forces us to re-examine our society and what we're used to and move us in a new direction. And I think that's a really positive thing.
Exactly. Wayne says self-reflection and direction. And Alan says in every situation, good or bad, there are opportunities to better yourself. I could not agree more.
And Sarah Lineberry says, love the matching top. Thanks, girl. I'd like to give a big shout out to my costume director and wardrobe supervisor, Erinn Dirth, who has every ability in that and all the interest, and I have none of it. So thank you, Erinn, for the consistently cute
Okay,
outfits.
can I just tell you, I know that was like a comment that kind of took us off topic, but it's absolutely on comment, and here's why. When we decided to do Lock-In, we decided to direct and produce a movie together with a lot of help from the community, but the leadership definitely fell on us. And I think both of us learned new things through that process. And one of mine was I sat down with Dan and I was like, we have to make sure the costumes look good in each thing. I've never really had an interest in costume design before, but it's something that through this whole thing, like of the two of us, I'm going to be the one to do that. And now I do. I have a genuine interest in it. I was thinking about that, like in choosing these shirts with this color palette that's behind us and the color
the
of
booze
our
we're
whiskey.
putting into our bloodstream.
But really and truly, it's another small thing that I really enjoy.
Howard Watson says, you're speaking the truth. I just released a new single. By the way, thanks for tuning in, Howard.
Hey,
I don't
Howard.
believe it. I think this is the first comment of yours we featured in the show. So welcome and thanks for being here.
Yes.
You're speaking the truth. I just released a new single during COVID because of advancements in home studio DAWs. I don't know anything about the advancement of DAWs during this point. I'm very remedial. I'm an idiot when it comes to music production. I do all my sound
I have
editing.
a question. What is DAWs
It's
for
like-
those of us who don't know?
It's a digital audio workspace, I think it's called.
Oh, okay.
It's things like Adobe Audition or Pro Tools or GarageBand. Really glad to hear that. I just think that the time and the necessity to do something has produced a lot of things that wouldn't have been produced otherwise. My Joanne, technically, I guess she's my grandmother, but really she's my Miss Joanne.
Hello, Miss Joanne.
Said, thanks for being here. Says, how do you consider right to life? I actually don't know what that is. Tell us in the comments what right to life is, because I'm interested to talk about it.
Yeah, we'd love to know.
The dating pool for single guys has been shallower than usual. The thinkers are off reading. The watering holes are closed. So the only good meeting place has been the produce section.
Well, let me tell you something, Gary. There's a wonderful song that I was just telling Dan about at Christmas time. And it has to do with I met my lover at the grocery store. You know what I'm talking about? If you do, pop it in the comments below. Maybe it'll be my favorite comment.
I hope
if
they
it
don't
is,
go into
you'll
too
win a
much
prize.
detail, because hearing about lovers meeting in the produce section makes my mind stray into the PG-13
On
section of this
Christmas
particular
Eve,
show.
it's this woman who spills her purse and then they laugh until they cry.
Of course the woman spills her purse. That song was written by a man. Down with the patriarchy.
I mean, there's very few men that spill their purse.
Well, I bet there's very few women who spill their purse, and yet every rom-com is like, oh, and then a man reaches down and helps her. And
my purse so many times.
I don't know.
It's not because I'm a woman. It's just a fact.
I just think a woman spilling her purse is very contrived. And I think it's time for women to start, I don't know, dropping their architectural blueprints.
Can I say something else?
Yeah.
This man is the biggest feminist I've ever met in my life. And
No,
I
I'm not.
appreciate that.
But I am a feminist, and I do believe in the
I do as
representation of
well.
women
But
in-
like, here's my feminism, here's Dan's feminism. And I appreciate that, by the way. Thank you
Thanks.
for standing up for
One of us
me.
has to stand up for your rights.
I would always stand up for my fellow women's rights.
We should always
Hey,
look for the
Sue.
benefits. Our biggest sadness is that Richard's Coffee Shop, which is a place we used to perform with veterans,
Love that place.
like everywhere else, had to close, cutting off of a huge social place for our veterans. Good point you made. Life will never be as it was, but as John Cleese sang, always look on the bright side. Keep up the good work, you lovely, encouraging people. Thank you.
Always look on the bright side of life. Sue, thanks for tuning in today. I just want to mention Richard's Coffee Shop for a hot second, since Sue did. It was a beautiful place and is a beautiful place of community. And I know that it had to close, but I have to say that sometimes buildings closing doesn't mean anything, because the community that was built around a building is still something that you cannot close. You cannot stop it.
And I actually think that this COVID period, I think something like, what is it, like 40% of people or 50% of people have been working from home at least part of this quarantine. And I think we're actually going to find that the brick and mortar standard for business and commerce is maybe something we need to or should reconsider as a society. We are moving more online, and maybe people would be more productive and more happy in general if they could work from home when it's possible.
That's true. You
A
never
lot
know.
of countries in the world have moved to the 4-day work week and have found a lot of success in that.
That's true. So Sophie is one of our spring theater kids, and she says she's currently working on college apps. There's an essay prompt about someone I view as a community builder. I've chosen to write. I can't speak to write about you and the wonderful community you've created. You inspire me, Sophie.
This is just Erin's way to
awesome.
flex on everybody else about community building.
Now, but let me tell you, community, Sophie, I love you. Community is everything. And this goes to my point about Richard's Coffee Shop. So Spring Theater has its own community. Richard's Coffee Shop has its own community that is absolutely beautiful and awesome. And you've created that. You've all created that. We are in Kearney, Nebraska right now. Middle of nowhere, Nebraska. No offense to anyone
Actually,
who's Kearney.
the third biggest city, competing with Grand Island in Nebraska. So when you say middle of nowhere, you're actually showing your ignorance and you're
Let me just say, third biggest city in Corntown is still Corntown.
I do not represent this remark. Okay,
sorry.
she is putting agriculture far below industry. I think
The person
and
that
I
we're
don't agree.
staying with, Steve Barth, a beautiful, amazing community builder, who I was going to talk about. We called him last night and we said, "Hey, Steve, we're in for the night. We're going to order Chinese," and he said, "Do we have a Chinese place to order from?" I'm just saying, it's not a big town.
It's plenty. It's 35,000 people. I bet half the people tuning in today are tuning in from smaller towns.
That's true. And if you're in a smaller town, hola. My point was,
what?
I didn't mean to say it like it was Mexico's a small town or anything, but
Okay, we're done. What do you think about the quote, "Hard times create hard men create soft times, and soft times create hard times"? I think it's sexy.
Wait, can I read? Let me read that
It's
again.
sexy. Nope, we're done.
Okay.
That was Monty Python. Yes, it was. How long will you be there in Kearney, Nebraska? I'll tell you what, Sarah, we are actually we will pack up our little studio setup here after this, and we will hit the road and go back to Minnesota.
We're headed to Minnesota. But so my point with Kearney was community, because we were talking on community, and this is something that I believe will always stand the test of whatever. COVID, it'll stand the test of lockdown, it'll stand the test of time. Community is everything. And I've said this over and over, and I mean it with all my heart and soul. Steve Barth in Kearney, Nebraska decided he wanted to start a theater company, and there is not a lot of theater in this area, or wasn't, I will say, 9 years ago when he started the theater company.
And now there's one theater in this area.
And he has built this amazing community that sells out shows typically. And this weekend we had the opportunity to do our Letters from Home show outdoors. Of course, it wasn't as huge and as sellout as like a normal time would be, but honestly, it was the most amazing thing I've seen since COVID has happened. It was safe. It was outdoors. There were beautiful people and relationships being made all over the place. And that's all because of the community. So that's something that we can do in COVID and in lockdown times, for sure.
And we were talking to Steve last night, and some of you may know Steve, like Ann knows Steve Barth because she's a Kearneyite. Hello, Ann. Thanks for tuning in.
Wait, NE beef.
Nebraska beef.
Oh.
Because Nebraska steaks are a big thing.
I did not have Nebraska steak.
No, we haven't. We've been very busy, actually. The two of us and Steve all have been here. We've been having a great time. Steve Barth was making a 6-figure salary as a general manager and very successful in New York City. He loves New York City, I think, more than anywhere else in the world. He can speak for himself, but I'm pretty sure that's true. Was very successful in his pursuits there. Loved every moment of his life. He chose to come back to his hometown and do something that he believed in and share the love of arts for that. And that is, and don't take the word sacrifice the wrong way,
no.
but it was a sacrifice for himself to leave New York and come back here and give the 35,000 people here in Kearney really good
And I will say,
art.
You know what's amazing is like Steve has the talent and the abilities to be like, you know, the next America's next top model is the only thing I could think of. But you know what I mean? In society,
I wouldn't look at him in a polo.
He has the ability to be this huge, amazing person that everybody knows in the world. But let me tell you something. Steve Barth is a celebrity right here in Kearney.
Yep.
Steve Barth has created something and given the people of Kearney something that no celebrity otherwise could have done. And so even though it's a sacrifice in a way, it's definitely something that I know personally is very rewarding as well.
Well,
Like
and
when you
and
go
I
to
think
these- let me just, keep going.
No, go ahead.
Well, like, so Letters from Home, for instance, we perform at huge stages. We perform at air shows. We perform with people like Sister Hazel and big things. The most rewarding times I've ever had with Letters from Home in the tiny little retirement communities. Genuinely, the places where people cannot get out and people can't have entertainment, I will take it to them every single day of the week. Hey, Ann?
I was going to say that I think very few major accomplishments or major things that are important to a small or a large community or a global community are made without the sacrifice of the individual who is it has the inception of the idea. You know, everybody who creates something that's large and successful and impactful, I think sacrifices something of themselves, and there's a lesson there. And the sacrifice, I think almost everybody would say who has succeeded, is well worth the achievement and the rewards. And you know, my touring with Letters from Home for the past few, I've not been in New York. I've not been playing major houses. We've had some big shows, don't get me wrong, and we've met some amazing people. But sometimes I think scaling back, and it comes with maturity, I think, understanding that your goals and your vision of yourself and your desire for your own successes in your youth sometimes fall to the wayside when you realize that bringing joy or happiness or creating a legacy and a ripple effect in your community or in other people becomes more important. And I think that's just something that happens to a lot of people along the journey of life.
You know, it's cool. Another thing that's happened during this lockdown time, and please keep telling us, thanks, Angie. Are you vying for the best Erinn comment of the night? Because you might win it. Blam. That's really sweet of you. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Tony. Are you vying for the best Dan comment of the night? I think you might be.
Hi, Tony. Thanks for joining us. I guess one of my biggest things is I forgot. Can I tell you something?
That is big.
No, let me tell you something. Sometimes after you hit the age of 30, you have something brilliant in your mind and you go to say it and you open your mouth and it just quits.
Girl, that was 5 years ago.
Either way. I know what I was going to say. It's just that, like, going back to our comments, and please tell us what has happened to you in the last 5 months, because it's been a challenging 5 months, guys. We know it. We know the negative that's been out there. What has happened to you positively, because your trajectory of life has changed? One of the things is, like,
trajectory of life.
Did I say trajectory of life?
Yeah.
The whiskey. I meant life.
The whiskey said it.
So really and truly, we've been freelancing more, right? Dan's had the opportunity to become a real teacher for the first time. He has directed, he's taught in camps and classes alongside me, but now he's been teaching one-on-one. He's been teaching over Skype. He's been doing a lot of things that maybe he wouldn't have tried before because of all those things. Try 60, Bruce said.
Bruce, you don't look a day over 59.
Bruce, you're the bomb diggity. You're not 60 yet, are you, Bruce? Come on. But so a friend of mine, a good friend of mine, Liz May, reached out to me a few weeks ago. She's had this idea in her head for over 5 years about a program called Train Cycle, which actually gets artists and entertainers and people in the arts and entertainment industry into classrooms and into individuals who want to learn. And COVID has pushed her into creating this business. It just launched last week. We're actually, Riley will be hosting a launch party this Thursday.
And you're not invited.
No, you are.
Really?
Yeah, everybody's invited.
Oh.
Yeah, the whole world's invited.
Well, y'all can come down to the launch of the thing.
Yeah, exactly. But it's this awesome thing that that has been in Liz's head for a long time, and maybe it wouldn't have pushed her into doing it. But because of the circumstances of the world, it has really identified this need of getting arts and entertainment in professionals into classrooms. And there you are. It's going to be amazing.
And again, I fully acknowledge the tragedies of COVID, both personal and economic. I just think that those things are going to, they've happened, and it's terrible, but this is an opportunity for all of us to look at the new set of resources we have. A lot of the times that being just time.
Yeah, exactly.
And sometimes those resources are a necessity. Things like, I got to make money to make rent this week. What can I do?
Yeah.
And I just hope that you guys are finding a different avenue in various ways, small or large, ways to fulfill yourselves and to make yourselves happy and to pursue things you might not have otherwise without this sort of lockdown and this resistance against the norm.
Jennifer says she's volunteered more. And how cool is that? Volunteering is something that if you haven't tried it out there yet, I got to tell you, volunteering is the most incredible thing that you can do.
Especially if you're getting paid.
What?
Jessica Brent has been in 2 movies, did a speech about dyslexia, which we were invited to watch, and now she's going to talk to Henry Winkler. That's true. I can personally vouch for that. Life is good.
Life is good. And by the way, Henry Winkler. So we went to this digital lunch with him last week, and he was talking about support. And this is something that I loved listening to him. He's an amazing speech maker. He was talking about he never really received the support from his parents that he wished he had had. If you're listening and you are any kind of figure, you don't have to be a parent yourself, but if you're anyone that anyone looks up to, be thinking about how you can support those around you, because I think that that's something really important right now as well.
His sentiment was basically that a teacher told him, if you ever graduate high school, you're going to be a big deal, and you're going to make it big, and you're going to do whatever you want. And it is. I remember being a kid, and the times that I had teachers who truly took an investment in me, and took the time to tell me that my short story moved them to tears, or that I was unique or special. That did give me a lot of power and energy, because we as adults have a lot of responsibility to the young people of the future to raise them up mentally to achieve what they are capable of, which is a lot.
Absolutely. Carrie said it makes you look in things a whole different way. Like I said, taking the blinders off, and it's true. Like, it's a beautiful thing.
So guys, I want to wrap this segment up. This has been, again, a little bit more of a sentimental or introspective segment than normal. There's been a little bit less comedy, but I appreciate you guys chiming in and being a part of it. We are passionate about people finding themselves and their opportunities and stepping outside the box. And
also, on that note, by the way, if you have done something awesome, a project you want to share, something that is important to you, something that's changing the world, please let us know, because we want to feature you. Just email us and we will make time in the next few weeks to feature you and your stories, because this show is all about what you want.
And by the way, we tell people this every week, and I get tragically few emails in the hi@itsriley.com. Just send us a hello. Just chat us up.
Yeah.
Let's start generating some energy in this email box. Send us anything. You never know what we're going to feed off. It could literally be a hi, my name's Carly, I'm 9 years old, and I'm a baboon. And I might be like, I got an email from a baboon. That's wild.
That would be wild.
Yeah, it would. But even if you're not a baboon or 9, just send us an email with a theme song or a photo of something you're proud of, or just a story of something you've accomplished. Don't be shy, guys.
Yeah.
We're really pretty nice despite
Absolutely.
our personas.
But we've been doing a lot of things, obviously. We've all talked about a lot of incredible things. Thanks, Tony. We will be careful traveling, I promise. We wear our masks, we stay away from people, and we try to
I've
smile
always stayed
through it.
away from people.
Helping the new generation and the future is the key, says Juan. Yeah, I totally agree with that.
But what were you just saying?
I was just going to say, we've done a lot of things in the last few weeks. We know you have too. You need to tell us about them. Some of the things we've been doing are shows that are socially distanced, either digitally or in person. We actually had the opportunity last week to perform for a small retirement community outside. Everyone was masked and different. And
it was a small package version of a fundraiser we did for our children's theater, Spring Theater, last year, called Duet. And we also have been pushed into the digital realm more aggressively, because it's what we've been able to do during this lockdown. And we actually packaged a digital version of our show Duet, which is a kind of, we call it a musical romp through the history of musical theater duets. And we recorded this and sent it out to a lot of people to get entertainment into retirement facilities and anybody else who wants it. And we thought today we might be able to share one of the numbers from our digital package of Duet.
Absolutely. So here it is. And if you want to comment during the video, remember, your favorite comments will be winners at the end of the night.
Oh boy. Once in every show, there comes a off soft and low and ends up with a kiss. Oh, where is the song that goes like this? Where is it? Where?
A sentimental song that casts a magic spell. They'll only hum along, will overact like hell. Oh, this is the song that goes like this.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Now we can go straight into the middle eight. A bridge that is too far for me.
I'll sing it in your face while we both embrace, and then we'll change the key.
Now we're into it! That's far too high for me.
And everyone can see we should have stayed in D. Singing our song that goes like
this. I'm feeling very proud.
Not singing far too loud.
Well, that's the way that this song goes.
You're standing on my toes. Singing our song that goes like this. How comes to be this long?
It's far too long, I'm sure.
That's the trouble with the song. It goes on and on and on. For this is our song that is too long.
Stop the song!
Singing is so good.
You wish that you weren't born
Let's stop the stammering rain.
before we go insane. The song always ends like this.
And that's the way it is.
Starring Walter Cronkite.
So we just wanted to show you that because that's one of the things we've been doing is we just did a digital duet show that we've been putting into some retirement communities and some places that have trouble getting a little light and live entertainment and stuff in, which has been really, really cool. So
Yeah. And you can too, by the way. I don't know anything about anything. I am the least capable human being on the earth, except when it comes to playing Super Smash Brothers. If
I
you guys want to play
disagree.
Super Smash
I
Brothers,
think
my
he's
handle
brilliant.
is Dr. Smiles. And I'll take you down.
he is pretty good. He's got 2 characters in Elite Smash right now, and I'm very
And
impressed.
Incineroar is just, if I can make the time, just a couple days away.
But anyway, thank you for this. You have been our best guest ever. I got to be honest. I love you guys.
I have to. Oh, no. I'm just kidding. I have to agree. This has been really, really fun, you guys.
But now it's time to move on to a game we like to call Draw. Draw Punk.
This is a game where you give us suggestions of what to draw. It can be anything from toaster to a king pig wearing an amulet that controls wizards. And we have 30 seconds to draw those things, and you vote on who wins that particular game.
Exactly. So, ladies and gentlemen, right now in the comments, go ahead and put in there what you would like us to draw. We're going to put 30 seconds on the clock, and then you will vote for the best draw.
And we'll wait a couple seconds because we're on a bit of a delay as you put your comments in and your suggestions in for what to draw, and we will choose one and begin the game. Susan says, is your show available to sell? Well, sure, just hit us up.
It sure is.
Our art is worth anything, you'll pay for it. And so is our duet show.
But actually, we are selling it to some places as well. I'm glad you liked that Burger King crown, Mark First. So did I. Okay, it looks like we have lots of things coming in right now.
All right, I think I'm going to choose for the first one a witch having tea. We're going to put 30 seconds on the clock. As soon as we're up, we're going to have you guys vote on who wins this episode of Draw Punk.
And here we go. A witch having tea. Oh, Dan, I hope you have some good motivation here.
I'm just drawing a picture of you.
Excuse me? Is it hot tea or cold tea, Dan?
I don't know. You have to ask you. Wow, this is the worst thing I've ever done. Oh, God!
We're almost out of time.
This is an abomination. I hate this.
Now, Dwan Hayes suggested to us that we draw a witch having tea. We're going to put our drawings up, and then you will get to vote on who you think has the best drawing. Mine is not very
I think
good.
we should change this to 60 seconds.
I said 60 seconds when we were setting up this show.
And I thought 60 seconds too, and then I thought maybe that'll be too much.
1, 2, 3.
Lordy.
My drawing is this one.
My drawing is this one. So hit us with some comments. Who's going to be winning this round of... Yours is super cute.
Yours is super cute too. Actually, yours is better than mine, but
well,
I
lost
understand
track
why you drew the word tea.
Because I looked at the clock and it said 6 seconds.
Oh.
I spent so much time on, I can't really claim to have spent time a lot on any of it because it's all just horrible.
Time management is a lot. So make sure you're voting for Erinn, which is this guy right here, or Dan, which is this guy right here.
I've got tally going. We've got one for Erinn.
Yay.
We've got one for Dan. We've got
Thanks, Ann. I
one
love
for
you.
Erinn with one N.
Thanks, Wayne.
We've got Omar Sosa who says LOL, which is a good way of saying they both suck.
Oh, I thought you were going to say a good way of saying Dan, and I'm glad you didn't.
No, please.
This is not our best work.
Well, it's close to mine.
But thanks, Dwan, for the suggestion.
This is the drawing version of Lock-In.
Yes, absolutely. Also, ladies and gentlemen, remember, we are going to be picking very shortly our very favorite comment, one for me and one for Dan. So
Jen Lineberry says Dan.
Ooh, Jen.
Jan Dirth says Erinn. No surprises there.
Thanks, Mama.
If there's 3 things consistent, it's death, taxes, and Jan voting for Erinn's drawings in Draw
I appreciate that only because her cat cannot play because she loves the cat more than me. But she loves me.
Another one for Erinn from Billy.
Thanks,
we got another
Billy.
one for Erinn from Dwan.
Woo, thanks, Dwan.
We got another one from Erinn from Susan.
Woo!
We got another one from Erinn for Carrie. We got Dan's, which is better, but no T. Well, I'm taking that because I see my name in there. I like the symbolism behind Dan's piece, but my vote goes to Erinn. You really had me there for a second, and then you let me down, Erinn. Well, I'm going to stop counting these because it's far and away Erinn's victory for a witch having tea.
Thank you so much if you voted for me, and I apologize for that super cool thing. All right, we need another suggestion for our second round.
Yeah, start sending in the comments. By the way, let it be known that Erinn has gone completely undefeated in this game in all 2 times we've played it.
But let it also be known, we have played this game. This is the second, technically we did that 24-hour live stream.
But that was
the
first time.
Then. That was the first.
So that was the second that you won, and this is the third.
True.
So we have Erinn's been completely undefeated in this game.
Yeah,
I'd really like a victory in this game because I really like to win, but I do understand that there's clearly a critical bias.
There's not a critical bias.
I'm saying a critical bias in the sense that you seem to be better at this in the eyes of the
Lena
public.
said that Erinn's actually has tea, and that's why I won.
Can we do 60 seconds?
Okay, I'm going to reset the clock with 60 seconds.
Let's do 60 seconds.
We're going to pick a new fun thing to do.
I'm going to choose a new art style. Erinn pays better.
Yes, if you'd like to hit me up, I will. I don't know what I'll do, but either way. By the way, remember, or if you've just tuned in, because we have people tuning in and out, and I'm so excited about this audience attendance today. But if you have tuned in, remember that we will be featuring favorite comments, right, Dan?
Yep. And whether or not we can get back to them because we're limited in our technology here, but I have been keeping track of my favorite comments so far, and we will be featuring our favorite comments at the end, and you will win a fabulous prize, probably branded with the Riley brand.
Ooh.
It's nipple rings with Riley on them.
I've got 60 seconds on the clock for the next...
I think we're going to do this. Dan draw Erinn, and Erinn draw Dan.
Oh my goodness, what a good idea. And
Are you ready?
Set, go.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. I've never drawn Dan Beckman before, and
I'm going to adjust my art style to be a little less haphazard.
I am drawing Dan Beckman.
This song slaps, my boy. Come on.
It's a timer song. Oh, man.
18 seconds left, y'all.
Oh, my gosh, 18 seconds. I definitely wish I could do this again because it doesn't exactly look like you, but know that I like the person that you are, even if...
All right, time's up. All right, this is Dan draw Erinn and Erinn draw Dan.
Hold on,
and
let's put at the bottom that it says who it is. So D-A-N.
I don't like my crown.
Now remember, if you are voting, don't vote for the picture of Dan or Erinn. Vote for the person who drew it.
Vote for the artist.
So I'm going to put Dan in parentheses by
That's
Erinn.
a good idea.
And so if you are voting, you need to vote for me if you like my drawing better. I doubt that you will.
I don't know, man. Again, you're undefeated in this game, so
Yeah, well, we'll see.
I vote for Dan. Thought I was watching Monty Python earlier. Thanks, Jack. Can I count that for this round?
Jack, you can't vote for Dan yet.
I'm counting it.
On your mark, get set, and go. That is I'm a sunshine.
And look at all the people celebrating and get basking in your warmth.
That's sweet.
It's true too.
But
I would
that's
have given you cuter teeth.
You're a tall man with adorable ears. I tried so hard to capture those ears. Guys, have you seen how cute Dan's ears are?
Stop talking about my ears.
To encompass them.
You're the only person. Okay, Erinn wins 1.
I like that you made me a
Erinn
sun.
wins 2.
Even though it looks like a sun with like teeth
Dan
from
wins
the backwoods.
1. Dwan wins 1. Erinn wins
Oh,
1 from
boy.
Jan Dirth.
Thanks, Mama. You always vote
Erinn
for
wins
me.
1 from Jennifer. Erinn wins 1 from Wayne. Omar wins 1 for Dan wins 1 from Omar. Erinn wins because she stays in the line. There are no lines.
Ooh, there's one that Billy says Erinn for sure.
Wow.
Do I get 2 votes for that, Billy?
I feel like my audience, I got to find a more artsy audience. No offense, guys, but like Dan, see, here we go. Gary. Oh, God.
Oh, Mackenzie voted for you.
Thanks, Mackenzie.
I love you, Mackenzie.
Mackenzie,
Even
thanks
though
for
you
always
voted
being
for
on my
Dan.
side.
Always? Come
Always.
on.
100% of the time.
We'll see. Oh, Susan voted for you. And Wayne says Dan's
ears would be 1920s medical studies. Hey, Wayne, you know?
There's nothing wrong. You know what? Medical studies are important. Don't you agree?
Yeah, but they're usually on abnormalities. Okay, guys, we still got more coming in, but I'm pretty sure Erin's going to win this one again.
Are you serious?
Yeah, look at this. You won. I have 12 for you and 7 for me.
Oh,
So
well,
Erinn wins another one.
thanks, guys. I mean, we can't do a tiebreaker now, can we?
We don't really need a tiebreaker because, well, let's do it. Why not?
Okay.
We'll do one more round just for fun. I can't win this one. We got a lot of people voting for Erinn. Here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna examine my art style, and I'm gonna try and be more literal. I think my subjectivity or my abstractness kind of hurts me in
Or
this
what
game.
Dan Beckman would say, his cleverness.
No, I wouldn't say it's clever because it lost.
Let me tell you something. I have faith in you, Dan.
I was literally trying to be like Erin's the sunshine and make everybody go, oh, that's so sweet, Dan wins. But it didn't work because she drew a big, tall,
not true.
gangly, ugly guy.
No, it wasn't ugly. It wasn't ugly.
No. I didn't mean that. I mean, it was accurate.
Okay, so we had a witch drinking tea. We have a Bigfoot drinking tea, but I think that's too close. I saw something.
Your mom says especially the bare feet.
Yeah, I made to be a feet.
I didn't even actually see this.
Yeah,
Let me
look
see.
at how good my drawing is.
Why have my forearms and hands rotted off and there's just four like
Let me
upper
tell
arm
you
bones?
something. I thought you were going to mention those. I actually made them chicken nuggets because I think that your hands are like chicken nuggets.
Let it be known that this game ruined my day.
Oh, but look at what Melissa Spencer just said.
I do. And that's why it doesn't matter what I win here today because I'm already the greatest victor in history. Up top.
That's up top and down low. Don't show or whatever. That's cool. That makes me happy. Okay, so we have a few suggestions coming in. is really serving us some NYC.
I'm not an artist, okay?
Oh my gosh.
Give me an hour and
Omar was our winner last week of best. We had a real competition last week where we had someone saying actual factual things. This is more of a subjective winner. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, in just a couple minutes, we're going to be choosing our favorite comment of the entire show.
In the meantime, we're just going to draw an owl.
Owl.
Yep.
Oh, wait, hold on. I need to get the
Are you
60
ready?
second. No, because I need to get the 60 seconds ready on the clock.
She's picking a new song.
60
Here we
seconds
go. Are you ready?
goes now. We're drawing an owl, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no.
What?
I think you might win this one.
Don't throw the game for my sake.
Oh, I'm not trying to. Oh, we only have 24 seconds left.
Really?
And
This is bad.
I'm going to have to give some context on this owl.
Are we doing a
Oh, we've only got 11 seconds left on this beautiful owl. And time is up. Well,
This is not good.
we're going to see. Ladies and gentlemen, secure your votes now. I'm going to give you the backstory of my owl. Her name is, excuse me, why are you still drawing?
not.
He drew
I didn't.
Ruger.
I was.
My
Edging
owl's
up my paper.
name is Henrietta. My owl is in the moonlight on a log that is bumpy. My owl is in love with that little worm.
Your owl is that moment in
My
Inside
owl
Out where
is
they.
an opera singer, and he's in love with that
Well,
little
my
worm.
owl is an owl, but he's a specific owl. Can you guess which one?
Yeah, he's the owl from Winnie the Pooh.
No.
He's the owl from
What are you saying?
owllight.com. See, my owl.
No,
So,
he's-
what's your owl's name, Dan?
My owl's name is Tootsie.
Tootsie, and mine's Henrietta. My owl is in love with that little worm right there. See the little worm right there on this bumpy log with a hole in it? This is the hole in the log. That's the moon up there in the
Here's
sky.
a comment worth disregarding. Oh.
Dan.
Hold on. Let me get
Billy
Owl back
voted
up
for
there.
Dan. Woo!
All right, we're going to tally these votes. We got one for Dan, one for Dan. Dan's owl needs feathers. Well, Erin's owl needs an owl.
My owl is a singer named Henrietta who's in love with that little worm. And that little worm's name is Juju. And he's the cutest worm I ever did see. I love him so much.
Tootsie wins. Oh, cute. Well, he's saying 3, and his name is Tootsie because he's the owl from the Tootsie Pop commercial.
Aw, that makes me happy. Oh, I love that. That's the one.
Mackenzie gets
That's
it, so
what
I'm
you meant.
counting it.
How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? 1, 2, 3. 3.
You know that one.
Wow.
All right, our tallies are almost in. What do we have, Dan?
We have okay, so here's the thing about this game. When we play it, we've got pretty much I'm gonna let a couple more go in. I think that's gonna be it though. It's gonna be hard. So I actually won that round 9-4 on my count.
Congratulations, Dan.
Thank you. This is what happens every time. Erin wins the majority and I win one game. And I'm fine with it. I'm just going to go into my little study chamber and figure out how I can strategically
Let me also say, when we play the trivia games, you're usually winning because you're smarter.
I don't think that's true. But
someday we're going to have Disney trivia and then we'll see.
Yep.
By the way, did y'all see this bonsai behind us? It's real. It's a real bonsai.
Hey, Wayne.
Should I try? 1. Wayne, you are funny. You're a funny man, Wayne. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. I am actually quite thrilled that I won this game of Draw Punk.
I'm happy for you. Chris Jason says bonsai. Of course, this is a bonsai behind us. It doesn't belong to us, but we are going to put it in the show nonetheless.
Oh, Doris, thank you so much. We love that you're here today, and we love that you've all shared with us your positive stories, because genuinely, you guys make this show. I am so thrilled. We keep getting more and more viewers every week, and we hope that you keep tuning in every single Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern.
Which is a combination with the East Coast and the astral plane. If you live in New York, or you're a 4-dimensional god with complete control over time and space, 7 p.m.
Yes, exactly. 7 p.m. Thank you so much for joining us today. Chris Jason out in Las Vegas. If you don't know who he is, we hope that you find out someday.
Once again, we are Riley. We have, if you haven't followed us yet on YouTube, it's Riley. We broadcast here and we put up videos all the time. Or on Facebook, there's all kinds of good tidbits there at It's Riley. Hi, it's Riley. If you have a theme song or a suggestion for the show, send it on over to hi@itsriley.com. We will see anything you send, and we will take it into consideration when we put it into the show. We'd love to involve more of your stories and your contributions in our show. So thanks for being here. You guys make us so happy, and you make the show worth doing, because, as I say at Letters from Home shows, it's more fun with an audience.
Absolutely. And now it is time to pick our favorite comment of the night. Jessica Branch, while we're waiting on Dan's favorite comment, I'm going to have you go first, Dan.
Okay.
Says, does someone want to do my chemistry homework? If you do, shout her out. That's Jessica Branch. She's awesome. She's the bomb.
My vote of the game, and I don't think I can scroll back through this and find it. I wish there was a good way to do it. But I have it. I can't even go back that far, because you guys have been so, what's the word I'm looking for? Participatory in the show. So thank you very much. Love you too, Dwan. Thanks for being here.
Yeah,
my comment and my prize goes to Tony LeMay, who said, quote, "Put the wine away, Erinn."
Tony.
Which I can't agree with more. She's got a serious problem, folks, and write in a letter.
I do not have a serious problem, but I appreciate it. And thank you so much, Tony, for your comment.
We do have a YouTube channel, Chris. It's Riley. Right there. You can see it right there if you guys want it. We are here live on it every Tuesday, and we will drop other tidbits as the viewership rises, of course.
Yes, we will. And we want to make sure that you get in touch with Dan, Tony, because you have won a prize tonight. So make sure you get in touch with us.
And who's your vote?
My vote is actually Bruce Rutherford. At one point today, in his capitalism, literally the capital letters that he uses, not the capitalism, he said, which is which? And not only do I love that saying, but I also love the excessive use of question marks. I love you, Bruce. So Bruce, you are my winner tonight. Woo!
Congratulations, Bruce and Tony. Get with us. We'll get your addresses and we'll send you some merch. Or whatever the prize might be. We've got more coming on the prize front in the coming days as soon as we move into our studio, which is going to be super exciting. In the meantime, guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being here. Thanks for contributing to the fun that is our Tuesday night here.
Yep.
We love you very much.
Please tell your friends to tune in, because sometimes the community that we build in It's Riley could be a new community, just like we were talking about earlier today. So thanks for being our guest tonight. We love you guys so much. In the meantime, until next Tuesday night, please stay kind to one another. That is something we can choose every single day.
And stay positive. Take the blows and the hardships in life and turn them into opportunities. That's the best. I know it sounds cliche and stupid and easier said than done, but just try. Just think about it. And give someone a hug for me today. That's what I want to say.
I'm going to hug you.
Oh,
love you guys.
Nice. Bye.
Bye.